Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to help you get genuinely well informed fast. Ever find yourself wondering why, with all these athletic shoes out there, your feet still, ache after a walk? Or maybe you feel a bit unsteady making a quick turn.
Hmm.
It's something a lot of us experience, right? Especially, as we get a bit older, or maybe if we're already dealing with some foot issues. You'd think one shoe could just handle it all. Well, today we're doing a depth dive into the hidden science and engineering inside modern athletic shoes. Our mission to break down why there are so many different types, help you really grasp their purpose, and give you the know-how to spot the features that will actually support your activities and, crucially, your foot health. We're drawing on some great research today, from detailed looks at shoe engineering right up to the latest on 2025 sneaker technology. Okay, so let's unpack this first. Why can't one single athletic shoe be the perfect choice for everything we do? I mean, it's just a shoe, isn't it? What really makes a running shoe so different from, say, a court shoe? And why should you even care, especially if you're really aiming for comfort day to day or trying to, manage existing foot problems?
That's a really fundamental question. And honestly, it gets right to the heart of the engineering. The thing is, each type of athletic shoe isn't just a generic shoe. It's actually a highly specialized tool. It's precisely engineered for very different movement patterns, different stress zones on your foot, and completely different performance needs. And this isn't just about elite athletes. For you, this specialized design translates directly into better comfort, much better support, and really importantly, significantly better injury prevention, which, let's face it, becomes even more critical as we want to stay active and mobile as we get older.
Okay, that makes sense. So break it down for us. Let's start with running shoes.
Right. So running shoes, as the name suggests, their main job is managing forward motion, propulsion, and handling the energy during those repetitive impacts, whether you land on your heel or your forefoot. Think
Yeah.
about that constant pounding on the pavement or treadmill.
Yeah, you definitely feel that sometimes.
Exactly. So running shoes put a huge emphasis on cushioning and impact protection. They use these specialized, often very responsive foams. You might hear tech names like PIBA or supercritical EVA, maybe TPU blends. These are all designed for superior shock absorption. The goal is to reduce that repetitive stress on your joints, your knees, your shins, your feet, helping prevent things like shin splints, stress fractures, or just general joint pain.
Ah, okay. So the foam isn't just soft, it's protective.
Precisely. And many modern running shoes also integrate things like carbon fiber plates or similar composite materials into the midsole.
Aren't those just for racing?
Well, they're famous in racing shoes, yes, but the principle applies more broadly. They act a bit like a springboard, helping propel you forward, which can actually reduce how much work your muscles have to do, reducing fatigue, especially on longer runs. Running shoes are also designed to be very flexible, to allow your foot to move naturally through its whole gait cycle. That's from the moment your heel hits the ground to when your toes push off.
Mm.
And things like the heel-to-toe drop, just the height difference between the heel and the front that varies between models to support different running styles and body mechanics.
Got it. Lightweight uppers too, I assume?
Typically, yes. Often mesh or knit materials to keep weight down and let your feet breathe during that constant forward motion.
Okay, that covers running. But what about something lower impact, maybe more relevant for everyday activity, like a dedicated walking shoe? The needs must be pretty different there.
Completely different. Yeah. When you look at walking shoes, the primary motion is that slower heel-to-toe rolling gait. It's designed for prolonged, repetitive, but low-impact movement. So the main focus shifts to consistent, all-day comfort and, crucially, stability.
Stability becomes more important then.
Absolutely. They tend to use moderate cushioning, often reliable foams like EVA or PU chosen because they provide continuous comfort without being too soft. Sometimes overly plush shoes can actually feel unstable for walking. And really key for walking shoes, they usually have a broader, more stable base compared to running shoes. This gives you a solid platform, which is vital for maintaining balance, especially if you're on your feet for hours or, if balance is something you're more anxious of now.
That makes a lot of sense. What about inside the shoe?
Good point. You'll often find enhanced arch support in walking shoes and footbeds shaped to promote healthier walking mechanics. This helps distribute pressure more evenly, relieving stress, which is great if you stand or walk a lot. The outsoles are also different, built for durability, with robust rubber and versatile treads designed for good grip on various everyday surfaces, helping them last longer.
And they feel heavier sometimes.
They often are, yes. A bit heavier than running shoes, usually. It's a deliberate trade-off for that increased stability and durable, all-day comfort.
Okay, so running, forward motion, impact absorption, walking, stability, sustained comfort. What about sports with lots of side-to-side action, like basketball or tennis or even pickleball, which is so popular now?
Right, that brings us neatly to court shoes. For those activities, basketball, tennis, pickleball, the game is totally different. The primary need is maximizing lateral support, side-to-side stability, plus ankle protection and really good traction for explosive, unpredictable changes of direction. Quick stops, jumps, pivots.
Lots of stress in different
Yeah,
directions.
exactly. So court shoes need to anchor your foot securely while still allowing for that dynamic movement. They achieve this with features like really robust sidewalls. Sometimes you'll see flared parts on the sole called outriggers, and the uppers are heavily reinforced. All of this provides exceptional lateral support, stopping your foot from rolling over the edge of the shoe during sharp cuts or side steps.
And ankle support. I see lots of high tops in basketball.
Yep, ankle protection is critical. High top or mid-top collars help, along with what's called a rigid heel counter. That's the firm cup around your heel. These features work together to stabilize the ankle, reducing the risk of sprains during those abrupt stops, jumps, and landings. Court shoes also typically have a lower heel-to-toe drop. This keeps you feeling more balanced and closer to the ground, which is essential for quick reactions, accelerating, decelerating, changing direction fast.
And the soles must take a beating.
They do. The outsoles use very durable rubber with specific tread patterns, often herringbone or multi-directional designs, built to withstand the abrasion from constant stopping, starting, and sliding on court surfaces. They also usually have reinforced toe caps and extra protection on the inner side of the shoe to handle wear from things like toe drags during serves or quick pivots.
Wow, okay. That's a really clear picture of why these shoes are so different. Now, this is the part I find really fascinating. How do engineers actually build them to deliver these specific benefits? Especially thinking about comfort and support for, everyday folks. What kind of new materials and manufacturing tricks are they using that we might not even be aware of?
Oh, it's genuinely a field of constant innovation. Modern athletic shoes are really these precisely engineered products. They layer incredibly advanced materials using sophisticated manufacturing techniques. And the developments in midsole materials, particularly the foams, have been absolute game changers for how a shoe feels underfoot, how it performs, and how long that performance lasts.
So it's not just basic foam anymore.
Not at all. When we talk about cutting-edge midsole materials, we're way beyond the simple EVA foam of, say, 20 years ago. For top-tier performance, think maximum energy return and minimum weight, you have advanced foams like PIBA. That's the stuff in shoes like Nike Zoom X or some Saucony Endorphin models. They feel incredibly light and bouncy, giving you a real spring in your step and helping fight fatigue.
Okay, I've heard of those. What else?
Then there's a whole category called supercritical foams. This is a really interesting process where they infuse gases, usually CO2 or nitrogen, into materials like EVA or newer plastics like TPEs or TPUs under intense heat and pressure. This process creates foams that are lighter, bouncier, more resilient, and often softer than traditional versions. You find these in a lot of popular trainers now, from brands like Skechers, Hoka, Brooks. They offer a great blend of cushioning and responsiveness for everyday use.
So supercritical means lighter and springier.
Essentially, yes. Better performance characteristics through advanced processing. We're also seeing specific high-rebound TPU foams, like Puma uses in their Nitro line, engineered for excellent energy return and resistant compression, meaning the shoe's cushioning lasts longer. And looking forward, there's exciting work in biopolymer and bio-based materials. Companies are developing foams made from renewable resources that offer comparable, sometimes even better, durability and energy return than petroleum-based foams, but with a much lower environmental impact.
That's great to hear. So these advanced foams aren't just about feeling squishy when you first try them on, they're engineered for sustained benefit.
Hmm.
That seems really important for people who spend a lot of time walking or standing.
Exactly. It's about comfort and support that lasts mile after mile. And related to performance, especially in running, we have to mention the strategic use of carbon fiber plates or similar composite materials.
We touched on those.
Right. They aren't just simple stiff inserts anymore. They're often precisely shaped, sometimes like rods, sometimes slotted plates designed to work like a lever, optimizing propulsion and making your toe off more efficient. They give that springy, fast feel.
But maybe not for everyone.
Well, they do alter the natural flex of the foot, which is a trade-off. They're fantastic for speed and efficiency in certain contexts, but might not be ideal for casual walking for some people. However, many everyday trainers now cleverly use dual or multi-density foam blends. They might combine a softer foam layer for immediate comfort with a firmer layer underneath or on the sides for stability and support, kind of tuning the ride for specific needs.
Smart. Okay, what about the bottom layer, the outsole, the part hitting the road or the court? Any big changes there besides just rubber pattern?
Oh, definitely. Outsole innovation is vital for grip, durability, and even feel. You see brands partnering with tire companies, for example, to develop specialized rubber compounds, like Continental Rubber used by Adidas, that offer fantastic grip in both wet and dry conditions and resist wearing down.
Interesting. Tire tech in shoes.
Yeah. And then there's a more radical approach. Unit sole foams. This is where the midsole foam itself is engineered to be durable enough to act as the outsole. They mold the traction patterns right into this super foam.
Rubberless outsoles.
Exactly. Under Armour's Flow Foam is a well-known example. It cuts down weight significantly and reduces manufacturing waste. We're also seeing materials like graphene being infused into soles to add strength and flexibility without adding much weight, boosting both grip and lifespan.
Wow, graphene.
Yep. And alongside all this high-tech stuff, there's rightly a big push for sustainability, with more use of recycled and eco-friendly rubbers that perform well without the environmental cost.
And the uppers, the part that holds your foot.
Huge evolution there, too. Gone are the days of just basic leather or canvas for most athletic shoes. Now we've engineered mesh, sophisticated knit technologies like Nike's Flyknit or Adidas's PrimeKnit. These offer amazing breathability, a sock-like fit, but also targeted structure and ventilation right where you need it. And for that crucial support, especially the lateral kind in court shoes, they use TPU, that's a type of plastic, and other materials for overlays or internal cages to really lock your foot down securely.
It really sounds like every single component is highly engineered, and I guess the way they put it all together is advanced too.
Absolutely. The manufacturing process itself is packed with innovation. Think 3D printing, not just for making quick prototypes anymore, but sometimes for producing actual custom midsole structures with complex geometries that traditional molding couldn't achieve. And robotics play a huge role in assembly, ensuring precision, consistency, and speed. It's a true blend of material science, deep understanding of biomechanics, and cutting-edge manufacturing.
This has been incredibly enlightening, so let's bring it back home. What does all this tech and engineering actually mean for you, the listener? Especially if you're focused on finding lasting comfort, maybe needing better stability, or trying to manage some existing foot issues while staying active. How do you take this knowledge about foams and plates and uppers and actually use it when you're standing in front of that wall of shoes?
Right. This is where we connect the dots between the engineering jargon and your real-world needs. The good news is that all this biomechanical research driving shoe design has very practical goals: preventing injury and maximizing your comfort.
Okay, so how does it help?
Well, let's take cushioning and energy return again. Those advanced foams we talked about, they don't just feel good initially. By absorbing impact better and giving some energy back, they can genuinely reduce muscle fatigue. For you, that could mean your legs feel less tired after a long walk, or you recover faster. It might delay the onset of aches, or even help prevent overuse injuries. While carbon plates get the headlines for speed, the right kind of cushioning in an everyday shoe is fundamental for protecting your joints from the cumulative effect of thousands of steps.
Makes sense. It's about long-term comfort, not just step one.
Exactly. Then there's stability and motion control. This is so important, especially for older adults or anyone with specific foot mechanics, like maybe feet that tend to roll inward too much. That's called overpronation. Features like medial posts, which are basically sections of firmer foam on the inside arch area, or guide rail structures along the sides of the shoe, are specifically designed to gently limit that excessive rolling motion.
So they kind of steer your
In a way, yes. They provide subtle guidance to help keep your foot and ankle better aligned as you move. This reduces stress not just on your feet, but potentially on your knees and hips too. The heel counter we mentioned earlier, that firm cup around the heel, also plays a big role in stabilizing your foot upon landing. And the overall shape of the footbed inside the shoe, the geometry, is designed to support your specific gait cycle. For someone dealing with arch pain, plantar fasciitis, or just general instability, finding a shoe with the right stability features can be life-changing.
So it's not just about cushioning the impact, but also controlling the motion. What about how the shoe actually holds onto your foot?
Crucial point. The upper structure and support significantly impact comfort and stability. Those thermoplastic elements or internal cages we discussed, they improve what's called lockdown. Yeah, think of it as how securely the shoe holds your foot in place, preventing it from sliding around inside, especially during side-to-side movements or quick stops. Good lockdown is essential for overall stability. It prevents your foot from moving independently of the shoe, which helps avoid blisters, chafing, and that feeling of insecurity. It ensures your foot and the shoe work together as one unit.
Okay, got it. So the whole shoe works as a system.
Precisely. And underlying all these design choices is data-driven biomechanics. Shoe companies use sophisticated tools, high-speed cameras to analyze how people run and walk, pressure mapping to see where forces are highest, even artificial intelligence to really understand foot motion, stress points, and injury risks. That data directly informs decisions about everything from the depth and pattern of the outsole treads to the specific placement of support structures in the upper, all aimed at making the shoe work better for the human body during specific activities.
This really clarifies why there's so much variety. So, if you're out there maybe looking for shoes because you're walking more, or you started playing pickleball, or maybe you just need something comfortable and supportive for everyday wear because your feet aren't what they used to be, how do you actually use this? It really sounds like it boils down to matching the shoe's engineered purpose to what you're actually going to do in them and what your body needs.
That's exactly it. The single most important takeaway is to understand the primary motion a shoe is built for and its key support features. Ask yourself, am I mostly walking, needing that consistent comfort and stability? Am I doing activities with lots of quick lateral moves where robust side support and ankle stability are paramount? Or am I primarily running, focusing on forward propulsion and impact absorption? Choosing the right type of shoe, a running shoe, a walking shoe, or a court shoe based on its intended engineering and the benefits we've discussed makes a massive difference. It impacts your comfort, your ability to perform the activity well, and most importantly, your likelihood of avoiding those nagging aches, pains, and injuries that can unfortunately sideline you. Don't just grab a shoe because it looks cool or it's the brand you know. Think about its purpose. Hashtag outro or outro.
So it's clear, isn't it? Modern athletic shoes are definitely not a one size fits all kind of deal, not even close. They are incredibly specialized tools, each one meticulously engineered for specific movements, specific needs, and different biomechanics. Understanding the specific features, the materials, the underlying purpose that we've dug into today, that knowledge can genuinely make a huge difference in your daily comfort and in keeping you active and injury free, whether you're just strolling around on your feet all day for work or enjoying a game of tennis or pickleball. So the next time you lace up your shoes, maybe pause for a second. Consider not just where you're headed, but how that piece of engineering under your foot is designed to get you there, supporting every single step, every twist, every landing. What part of your shoe, what feature will you pay closer attention to now?